Okay, let's dive right in. Today we're breaking down the investor pitch for a really ambitious startup called Dovetail. Now, these guys want to bring elite-level tech to every single local sports club out there. We've got our hands on their internal documents, and we're going to walk through exactly how they plan to pull this off.
You know, the story of sports tech has always been this tale of the haves and the have-nots, right? For decades, the professional teams have had exclusive access to all the cutting-edge tools, giving them this massive advantage. Meanwhile, local clubs and school teams, they're left to rely on just intuition and gut feeling. This quote, which we pulled directly from Dovetail's investor materials, it just perfectly frames that huge technology gap they're trying to close.
And this raises a really powerful question. I mean, what happens to fairness, to talent discovery, to the entire nature of competition when technology finally levels the playing field? Just think about the potential that could be unlocked.
Well, this is the company that's aiming to answer that very question. Dovetail's big promise is to deliver professional-grade analytics to the masses. And their key innovation? Doing it all with software. No expensive sensors, no complicated rigs, just the video from a single camera, maybe even the phone that's already in your pocket.
So let's get to the crucial point. What is the core problem they're actually solving for investors? Why is this such a compelling business opportunity right now?
For literally thousands of coaches across Australia and New Zealand, the frustration is so real. Their toolkit is pretty much limited to intuition and hindsight. They're forced to make these critical decisions based on what they think they saw. The elite GPS systems that provide objective, real-time data, they cost an absolute fortune, putting them completely out of reach. And the affordable tools that do exist, well, they just give you stats after the game's over, when it's way too late to make a difference.
And this slide just brilliantly illustrates the opportunity. This isn't some niche issue. Their internal models show an immediate addressable market of 25 million Australian dollars. And that's just by targeting sub-elite rugby and basketball teams in Australia and New Zealand. We're talking about a massive, underserved market that is absolutely hungry for a solution like this.
So, okay, that's the multi-million-dollar problem. The real question for any investor is, how does Dovetail plan to solve it in a way nobody else can? What's their moat, the thing that's going to keep competitors out?
Their advantage is really built in 3 layers. First up, they completely remove the hardware barrier. Their computer vision models can take any single video feed, identify every player on the field, and generate GPS-like tracking data. They call this the no wearables edge. And just like that, their solution becomes thousands of times more accessible than the current standard. Next, their AI doesn't just track movement, it actually interprets the game. They've got proprietary models with cool names like PlayArc and Inflect that analyze all that data to quantify these abstract concepts. So think of it like this. Instead of just seeing a player run, the AI can tell you if that run created a high percentage scoring opportunity or if it pulled 3 defenders out of position. It's designed to answer why a play succeeded or failed, not just what happened.
And here it is, their biggest differentiator. This is their long-term moat. For the incredibly complex strategic problems, like optimizing a lineup in real time, they use something called quantum annealing. Imagine a classical computer trying to find the right key on a giant keychain by trying every single one. Well, a quantum computer can essentially try all the keys at once. This lets them explore millions of possibilities and find the optimal solution way faster than a classical computer ever could.
And hey, this isn't just theory. Their own internal benchmarks, run on D-Wave's quantum hardware, show a tangible speed advantage. As the problem gets more complex, you can see it here, going from 22 variables up to 38, the quantum speedup just gets bigger, growing from 7 times faster to 14 times faster. This is their technological trump card.
Of course, deep tech like this is absolutely nothing without a team that can execute. And the co-founders here have some serious credentials. We're talking about a combination of a co-founder with deep expertise in AI and quantum computing, another with over 2 decades in the sports business and media world, and a third who's an award-winning CEO with a proven track record of building and exiting successful tech companies. That's the trifecta of tech, industry, and business acumen that investors are always looking for.
Okay, so we've seen the incredible tech stack, but what does the actual product, an app they're calling Wings, what does it do for a player or a coach on a Saturday morning?
The process is designed to be incredibly simple, especially for a busy volunteer coach. You film a match with a phone, a tablet, any camera you've got, and you upload it. From there, the AI just gets to work, automatically tagging everything from goals to player positions, and within minutes, that coach's tablet is lighting up with actionable insights during the game. And maybe the best part? After the final whistle, every player gets their own personalized highlight reel sent straight to their phone, all ready to share.
So inside the app, it delivers all the core analytics that give teams that competitive edge. We're talking live stats with less than half a second of latency, heat maps to see who's controlling the field, and even fatigue estimation to help coaches make smart substitutions and prevent injuries. It can even generate an entire game story from the data. It's pretty amazing.
And it's not just for the coaches. The app is built to be really sticky for players too. It uses these powerful gamification loops, things like wing points for activity, momentum streaks for daily engagement, and leaderboards for a little friendly competition. Their internal goal is to get over a third of their athletes to maintain a 7-day active streak. The idea is to make the app a daily habit.
So, this all leads to the central point of any investor pitch, right? What do they need to make this ambitious vision a reality? They're raising a seed round of $1 million Australian dollars. This capital is designed to give them a full 12-month runway so they can hit their most critical product and growth milestones. And this chart tells you exactly where their priorities are. Just look at the focus. The vast majority of the funds, we're talking over 75% when you combine them, are earmarked for product development, R&D, and the tech infrastructure to support it all. They are doubling down, big time, on their core technological advantage.
This capital buys them a very specific year of progress. The roadmap moves from building out the team in the core app in the first 6 months to launching a beta program with real clubs, and it all culminates in the beta launch of their Quantum Assist features by the end of the year. It's definitely an aggressive plan, but it's a very clear one.
And for investors, the end game is crystal clear. The goal isn't necessarily to compete with the giants of the sports data industry forever. No, the plan is to build technology so unique and a user base so engaged that they become a must-buy acquisition target for one of those very giants. And that is how you deliver a significant return.
Which leaves us with this final thought. Dovetale's pitch, it isn't just about building a company. It's about a fundamental shift. It's about democratizing performance data. So what happens to talent identification, to player development, to the very nature of grassroots competition, when every single athlete has the tools to understand and improve their own game? It's a really fascinating question to think about.